Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about survival tips and things that you'll need to know. If there's anything that I may have left out, let me know in the comments, or feel free to let me know over here in the chats. My live chats are open for everybody who would like to participate. So let's go ahead and dive on into it. I know my description is a little off today. It's not exactly to my standards or to my liking, so just bear with me. So anyway, if you guys plan on taking a long-term camping trip through different seasons, we're going to talk mostly about winter camping and what you're going to need to stay warm. So anyway, basically what you're going to need for winter camping is a tin can that had a canned good in it. Make sure that you dry it out very well. You're going to need some toilet paper and some rubbing alcohol. So you're going to have the can here, rubbing out, or not the rubbing alcohol. You're going to put your toilet paper inside of the can. Be sure to take out the cardboard centerpiece into the toilet paper. Take that out, set that off to the side. Take your toilet paper, create like a V shape in it, push that down inside of your can, and you're going to fill your can to about approximately 3/4 of the way full. Be sure to coat the top of the toilet paper as well. Make sure that both sides of that is even. Make sure that when you have your can sitting straight up, make sure that's on an even surface. So when you go to light it, nothing spills out, nothing catches on fire. And as a simple legal disclaimer, if anybody takes this advice and decides to use this as anything illegal, I'm not responsible for those actions. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, I'm going to redo my little thing here. Go ahead and move that. Let's try this again, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pin this one to the top. There we go. Fantastic. So again, guys, be sure to have something like that sitting on a very even surface, or if you want to use something for lighting, you can also use a jar like this. And what you're going to need is a lid, kind of something similar to this here. So right here in the right here, dead center of this, guys, you're going to want to drill a hole through this with a small drill bit. You're going to also want a tin cap from like a pop bottle or a beer bottle, whichever you prefer. Turn that completely upside down to where it's basically facing upwards and the flat side is sticking down to where you get the ridge facing straight up. You're going to want to punch a hole through that. You're going to need some string, at least 2 meters long. It's probably about 6 feet, and just fold it over multiple times until it is down to at least 6 inches. So what you're going to do with the string is basically put it through the beer cap itself, pull it through, take the cap off of here, put your string through here as well, set your cap down on here. And little advice, you might, if your string is a little too long, you can always tie a knot in one end to keep it from sinking all the way into the bottom. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a little bit of excess to where it kind of lays here at the bottom and just kind of curves over. You pour some cooking oil on that. If you have used cooking oil in the past and you're looking to get rid of it, you can always save that. And when you're done putting your string and stuff in, just put everything on the top, or unscrew your cap, pour your cooking oil in the jar, put your other cap on top of there, and your cooking oil should probably come up to about here, to where this line is right here, guys. And let it sit for a bit, and your cooking oil will actually go all the way to the very top of it. You can light the end of that, and you'll also have something for extra lighting purposes that will last a very, very, very long time. So just simple tips that I think that you guys may want to have known about. So this is basically, like I said, tips on how to survive. I did not get my thing straight, so that's pretty much all I have right there on that behalf. So if you guys plan on surviving in the middle of winter, if you're camping and it's winter time, now you guys will know exactly how to stay warm and how to maintain a light source inside your tent. Make sure that everything is sitting in the middle of your tent, guys. And be sure to keep your oil and stuff separated from the rubbing alcohol, because if the jar gets too hot, it could potentially break. You have oil all over the place, and that can possibly cause a major fire. So that's definitely something that it's definitely something you want to keep in mind. So, and food. Let's talk about food. Where do you want to store your food, you ask? Well, that's very simple. You can always have a cooler sitting next to you. Make sure that everything is sealed nice and tight. If you have very big zip ties, you can probably zip tie that on there. Slide that off or slide it back on. Either way, make sure that your cooler is closed and has no way of opening if an animal gets a hold of it. But I'm sure they could probably chew through that if they really wanted to. Well, mostly your smaller animals and stuff like that. Just make sure that your tent is closed up nice and tight. And go from there. So if by chance you guys do have any other further questions that you would like to ask, please don't be hesitant. Feel free to leave your questions over here in the chats, or post your comment down in the comment section below. So guys, it's always important to make sure that you have this type of knowledge. So if any type of power or anything goes out, you can also use the jar with the cooking oil indoors. It should be safe as long as you're sitting in a spot where you're not able to accidentally knock it over or anything like that. You guys should be fine. Be sure to put something like this on your countertop. I do not think that it will leave any type of smoke residue or anything like that. But always make sure that you have it sitting in a wide open area. You guys can also use that during a time of an emergency if your power ever goes out inside your home. You can always grab the jar like this, and you'll always maintain lighting from the jar that's got the oil in it. But what it basically boils down to is that string inside of there will actually work as a wick. How cool is that? So again, guys, if you do have questions or anything that you would like to ask, or something that you don't know much about when it comes to survival tips and tactics, there you go. So this is pretty much a short tutorial on quick survival. What is this? Oh. So let's see who do we have in the chats today? Oh, in case you guys are wondering, I just drank my coffee earlier today, so I thought I was going to have enough for the live stream, but evidently that was not the case. This coming Tuesday, guys, I will also be doing more computer tips and stuff for you guys as well. So I'm not going to say 100% for sure, but I'm going to basically go over some more things with you guys as well. So I've already made previous videos of this in the past. If you guys would like to check out more information about that, be sure to check out my prior videos that I made compared to this one here. So I do have my laptop. I don't have it open right now, which I suppose I probably could do that. So this was the video that or the part of the live stream was that I done earlier. This was based on something in case your power does go out or if you're out camping for a long period of time. With that being said, guys, that's pretty much all I have right now when it comes to survival tips and tactics. So I did not put that in the description. I'm probably going to have to go back and re-edit my title if it allows me to do so, and redo the title, just title and description, which I don't think it will. So anyway, again, guys, I definitely do want to apologize if there's been any type of inconvenience. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chats. Like I said, my chats are in fact wide open. I'm not going to turn my camera there just yet. There we go. And also for today, guys, I'm also going to be doing some more computer stuff for you as well. And for those of you who are new to the channel, haven't yet got subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed for more content. Be sure to turn on your bell notifications so therefore you won't miss any news here on the channel. And as an additional bonus to that, you guys will be notified each and every single time I live stream. So even though I upload videos 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, just to sum that up quite a bit for you. Oops. All right, guys. I do have some files I'm going to throw into my recycling bin. So I'm going to put this one in there. And leave those in there. Well, I guess that's really not too important right now. But if you guys do have a computer and you're looking to factory reset your computer because either you're giving it to a friend or giving that to a friend or family member, whichever you prefer, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to go about resetting your PC. This is not just going to be some short tutorial thing here, guys. So if you do have a computer and you're looking to erase everything in your PC, the first and foremost only thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to look for your left shift key. You're going to press it down. Come over here. Bring your icon, bring your little cursor down to your Windows icon. You're going to press and hold your left shift key. Open up your power down button. You're going to go here, click on power if you have a laptop. And you're going to come up here to where it says restart. So as soon as you do that, go ahead and click on that. Continue to press and hold down the left shift key like you see right here, like I'm doing, guys. I'm not sure if you guys can see me doing this or not. And if your screen does come up blue, don't worry, because you're going to have a list of options right here. You're going to have 5 different options to choose from. I'm going to show you guys exactly which one to choose. If you're looking to factory reset your computer without having to go through your settings. So you notice that I'm still pressing and holding my left shift key. Here you go, guys. These are the 5 options that are going to pop up. And since my computer is a touchscreen, I'm going to come over here to troubleshoot. Click that. Okay. Now to reset the PC, or you can go, well, I don't know if you go to advanced options. Okay, to reset your PC, you're going to want to go click here, reset this PC. Now, for the most important thing, if you're wanting to keep your personal files completely intact, go to keep my files. And what that's going to do is that's going to factory reset your computer, but it's going to take and push all your personal files off to the side so your computer knows, okay, I'm not going to touch these files. So what this right here is going to do is this is going to reset the systematic files. Now, if you go down here to remove everything, if you're giving your computer to a friend or relative, this is the one right here that you're going to want to remove everything. And make sure that when you do this, make sure that your computer is not online. So you can always, if you've done this by mistake, if you got this error there, this message here about error reset this PC, you can go back up here to this arrow icon right here, guys. Click this, go back to troubleshoot. And if you come back down here to where it says continue, because I pushed that back arrow twice, this will go right back to continue to Windows. So you're going to want to go here. Now, if you do in fact have something to where you want to reinstall your previous Windows version, if you're running Windows 10, you can always use a thumb drive if it has Windows 10 pre-installed into it. You can plug that in and go down to your thumb drive option, click on that, and it will reset everything all the way back to Windows 10. So I have moved my camera again because I'm not going to put any of my passwords on camera. So I thought I would go ahead and clear that up real quick. I'm going to go back and continue this because usually it doesn't pick up on the first thing. My computer obviously has a mind of its own. It just kind of does what it wants to do. So I'm going to have to go in and figure out what the problem is and try to resolve that as much as I possibly can. And a few weeks ago, or not a few weeks ago, but almost a week ago, guys, I was also talking about how to, I don't deem that to be necessary. So once you do that, once you go back to continue back to Windows 10, this will take you all the way back to your home page as if you rebooted your computer. All right. Now we are back on the home page, guys. If you guys would like to know how to check your graphics card information, that is also very simple as well. For those of you who have missed out on my past videos that I made, I'm going to show you guys exactly where to find your graphics card. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to come down here again, right click on here on your Windows icon. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Sometimes my computer does take time to pull the information up. So you're gonna want to find this marking right here on your screen. You don't want to use this one specifically. Go ahead and close that running app out. My computer is not doing what I want it to do. Let's try this again. All right, now that you've right-clicked on your home or your Windows screen, you're going to come up. Damn it. Okay, you're going to want to come up to where it says Device Manager. Left-click here. And you should see a window pop up right about here at any time. If not, I'm going to do this again. There it is right there. Fantastic. All right, now I'm going to enlarge this, make this bigger. Come over here to, all right, now if you get this page here pulled up and you want to check your graphics card information, you're going to come down to where it says Display Adapters. Left click here. Right here, below that, that's your graphics card information. Now if you want to update that, fantastic. You right click on your mouse button, your RMB, and for here, update driver. You always want to use your LMB, which is your left mouse button. And right here, guys, search for updated, or no, search automatically for driver, or search automatically for drivers. So this is what you're going to want to press here if you want to update your computer's drivers and stuff like that. You're obviously going to see this right here. Let this complete. And then right here, you're going to have another option. So let me figure out where my mouse is. Here it is. Left click right there, guys. And this is going to take you to software up or Windows Update, as you can see right here. So once this pops up, since this is actually it's trying to install Windows 11 because I got so much stuff here, you're going to see an update version right here. Download and update, or update all. You're going to click updates, because I don't have Windows 11 on here yet, guys. So you're going to see an option right about where I'm moving my mouse around. It's going to say update. Go ahead and click on update. And while you're doing this, what it's going to do is not only just going to update your Windows version, but that's also going to update your drivers as well. So that's always the most important key to keeping everything updated. Always be sure to update your graphics card. Always be sure to update your Windows system and your BIOS. Let's talk about BIOS for a minute. It's always very important to also keep your BIOS updated as well. Even though I think sometimes your BIOS will probably automatically update themselves. But if that is not the case, then you'll probably have to go in and do that manually. But more than likely, they should update themselves automatically. So again, guys, this is basically where we're at. Okay. So once you do all that, fantastic. Now we're going to go in and check for, now we're going to scan drivers, or scan your scan your computer's driver. I'm going to show you guys how to do that too. So pay no attention to this stuff here, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to this PC. wait a minute, let me start this over. All right, so now to do a driver update, or to not a driver update, but to scan your driver for error messages. You're going to come up to your recycling bin, double click on that. You're going to come down to where it says this PC. Left click one time using the LNB, left mouse button. You're going to pull up your memory or your driver. Left click to highlight, right click. And now you're going to come down, when you open this window here, you're going to come down to where it says properties. Left click on that. And now that you have this open, you're going to come over here to tools. Click your tools. This option will check driver for system errors. So you're going to come over here, you're going to click on that using an LNB on your mouse. And now you're going to come up with this option right here, scan drive. Okay, so what this is going to do is if any errors pop up into the computer, what this is going to do, that's going to tell me if there's any type of error messages that's occurring. So this could say anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, roughly, give or take. That's just kind of an estimated time configuration. Okay, so once you pull this up, you're going to want to let this run. But since this is coming from the C drive, that's the solid state drive itself. Just go ahead and let that run. Let it complete its task. So once you get this up and going, fantastic. You don't want to mess with anything else after this, guys, because right now it's saying about approximately 10 minutes remaining. So that all just depends on what's going on. So after you run this little thing right here, it may look like it may seem as if the time is actually going up, but it says about 10 minutes. Anytime you see where it says about, that is kind of an estimated time config. For your computer. So this is going to be something natural. This is going to be something that's going to happen every time you scan your drive. So you're basically scanning your solid state drive. If you have a C drive, that's solid state. You can also do that with your disk drive as well. And either system or either operating system, either Windows 10 or Windows 11, it's still going to continue to do the exact same thing as before, because Windows dated all the way back to Windows 98. Anything before that and after is still using the old DOS system. So you definitely want to let this continue to do its thing, guys. Just don't mess with anything. I mean, you can move your mouse around. You can move your mouse around. That's not going to have any effect on your files, but just let this complete. Once it does that, once it completes, just go ahead and come down here to where it says optimize, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do all this too. So right now, about 8 minutes remaining. Okay, fantastic. That's already done. So what you're going to want to do is come down here to close this out. You're going to come down to where it says optimize. Click here. And this right here says something about your current status. So if you look down below here, that's been done a week ago. So to fix this up here, I'm going to come down and click on optimize. And as you guys can see, there's a okay, 7 days. Okay. Now it's all timed. That's your percentage. And above it, it says current status. And now since the percentage is going up, it says running. Last day's optimized, okay. And once this is done, okay, so it's 0 days ago. Okay, so that's already done. So now you can just basically close everything out, close that out, and of course close this out. So it did not show anything specifically about any type of errors that's been occurring in the drive, guys. That's your main hard drive. So, and just because it has that Windows above it and you got your driver, that is still your main hard drive. Now, if you plug something into it like a thumbstick, you're basically going to open up another driver option, because that's now going to your thumbstick. So just thought I'd let you guys know that in advance as well. So hopefully that information there does in fact help you guys out. If it does, be sure to smash that thumbs up, smash that heart button. And of course, I'm sure you probably know all the rest of the good YouTube stuff here. Now, if you guys are looking for gaming options, if you're wanting to stream gaming online, which I'm actually still considering doing, OBS Studios. This is exactly good for that too. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my OBS Studios. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to set all this up. Well, since I already have mine set up, if you guys would like to know more about that, I did make a video on this as well, so you guys can always go back and check those videos as well. Check that out. I'm going to go ahead and launch this. All right, now we're into OBS Studios. Now it wants me to update it. So I'm going to go ahead and update my OBS Studios. This shouldn't take long at all, guys. This should probably fly through. I've done this multiple times before, so it's pretty interesting. But since I'm not going to do that right at this particular point, I'm going to go ahead and close that out, and I'll just go click on that. Okay, now if you're looking to set up your OBS Studios, because I already have this connected to my YouTube channel, you're going to want to come down here to where it says Settings. And left click here, go to your Settings menu. It'll pop up right above this. Hopefully my live stream does stay up, because I've been having issues with my live stream, guys. So here's where I'm going to check through this. No, that's not it. So I'm going to go to Stream. So if you're wanting to connect this to your YouTube channel, I'm going to show you exactly where this starts out at. It says Custom. You don't want to do that. You want to come down here to YouTube RTMPS. Okay. See, since my account's already connected, it says disconnect account. So I'm not going to do that. So after you get done with this right here, guys, this box right here is something you don't really want to mess with. So you're going to come over here to Output. Okay, so after you do that, just look through here, browse through. Okay, now you're going to go to Audio, check everything. I've already done all this on my end. All right, now that we're here, this is base canvas resolution 13.66 by 768, which I can basically bump that up to 1920. by 1080p high definition. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right quick, if this allows me to do such. And right now it is not going to look. Wait a minute. Yeah, it is. Right here, 1920 by 1080p. So there we go, guys. Output scale resolution. So I'm going to probably do the same thing here as well, which is at the very top, obviously. There we go. And you guys can also, well, depending on your graphics card settings, you can scale this up to 60 frames per second. This is FPS, common FPS value, 30 frames. I have mine set right now at 30, but I can basically bump that up to, I can bump it up to 60. So now that I have all this stuff here done, I'll just click apply and go over here to OK. Now, if you have your chats open and you're wanting to open up your chats on OBS Studios, that's very simple. You just come up here to Docs, which is basically your documents. Scroll all the way down to the very bottom. Left click there, and that turns into your YouTube chats. But since I just managed to turn mine off, and I don't have this connected directly to my YouTube broadcast, I just turned it back on. So now if I was going to do a podcast, now I'm going to come down here to where it says studio mode. Left click here. I can be right here. My chats can be here. And the other guests that I have on to my live stream will pop up over here. But I can also switch cameras or switch different positions. So I could be from here to over here. My guest could be over here. But since I'm the host of this right here, this is usually where I'll pop up, is right here on this side of the screen, guys. My guest will pop up right over here. So this is almost kind of equivalent to a FaceTime call on Windows operating system. But now, so if I say I want to exit out of that, no problem. Let's go down, click on exit, or just come up to the top right-hand corner and press the red X, and that just boots everything out. So I know I'm probably going a little faster than usual, guys. I definitely do want to apologize on that behalf. So there's a couple other things I can also do as well. Now, if you want to check out how your computer's performing, see this little arrow right here where my cursor is? Click here. No, I'm sorry, wrong one. You want to come over here to a blank spot. You want to come up to Task Manager. Left click. You want to basically bring your cursor over to like an empty spot on your right in your taskbar. Okay, so now this is basically showing what's running and what's not running. Since this one doesn't seem to be too important, I'm going to go ahead and close that task out. In that task, oh, wait a minute. And the most important ones that you really don't want to disturb, or really ones that you don't really want to disturb, is the ones with your gears around it or your systematic files. So if you see something running that's very big, like for say this one right here, Microsoft, or anything that pertains to Microsoft, you don't want to bother that. You really don't want to do this, guys, because if you do, you could always have something pop up later that could be a potential issue. Close that one out. Let's try this again. Sometimes I might have to do this a few times, guys. Okay, since that's already closed out, now we're going to go over here to 46 points. Okay. My computer obviously did not like that. So what you guys can actually do if you guys want to check out everything over here in a second. Let's go all the way back up at the top again. Let me reopen this page, guys, because I'm having issues with this right here. So go up here to Task Manager and enlarge. Fantastic. So now performances, that's where you want to go if you want to check out your Wi-Fi performance. It's basically your internet connection. Wi-Fi, CPU, memory, disk 0C, Wi-Fi. Okay, so right now this is run by kilobits. Doesn't really match anything up. So in order to be able to run your Wi-Fi, guys, you got to have like 2.4 or better. 2.4 gigahertz or 2.8. No, it's 2.8 gigahertz. Sorry. Now I'm going to check everything else out. Nope, that's not what I wanted. GPU. Okay, so now it pops me up to 4 different things running at one time. Hopefully this is all running. Okay. And my computer is not closing that page out. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I don't have to do all that. Come down here and close that window out. There, page is restored. So now I can come back over here to my CPU. My CPU is doing pretty good in this computer, guys. So everything that you see here on this display is basically the same thing you'll see over here. So you don't have to open up everything one by one by one. You don't have to open up everything, each thing individually. So once you get done with that, you can come over here, opt out. Here at the red X, it's just basically up there at the top right hand side of your screen. There you go. I'm going to my security updates from my home screen. Security at glance. Okay. App browser control. Might as well enable that. There. take this stuff off my screen for now, guys. I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Delete this one. These are just the apps that I've got closed right now. So I'm going to go ahead and close all these out. It's probably going to pop back up in here anyways. All right, fantastic. So if I ever decided I wanted to go back in to restore those, I just come back up in here, click on this, and do all the above. So say I want to redo all this, restore all this stuff back into my computer. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to function control, push both of those. Or left shift key, my bad. Left shift, come down. Same with that. Same with this. Or if I just want to restore everything, I'll just come back down here, do all this stuff here, guys. Click on all of that. Wait a minute. Left shift. Then right click. No. Yep, right click and click restore, and that puts everything back into my computer. So again, I'll do the same here. Click every one of these. Come up here and restore. So now all that stuff is out of my recycling bin, and it's, of course, right back on my main screen. So if you did something like that by mistake, you can always go back and restore everything back to its original position. But the way that I have everything set up, I got one thing set up on one computer, set up on the same computer here. So I'm basically running two things just off one computer. So if I deleted all those right there that you see on, that's in right here in this screen, it'll not only delete it from this computer, but it will also delete it from this one as well. So I think that's kind of a little bit of a potential problem. So I'll have to go back in and factory reset one computer. So therefore it's not running two things off one, or running one thing on two separate systems. But you can actually do that. You can actually get your, you can get both or one file to run on two separate systems at the exact same time. So I'm gonna have to go back in and redo everything on one computer. Hopefully it doesn't really disturb the other or all the other programs on this computer. But if it does, no worries. I can go back in and I could reset everything back up, no problem. But I guess I'll set that off for a later date, guys. I'm just not going to do it on stream. So now let's talk about, again, I'm going to show you guys how to run an AV test. AV test is basically short for antivirus software test. So I'm basically going to show you guys how to run and scan. I'm going to show you guys how to scan your own computer for viruses. Get that off there. Actually, no, I need that on there. Wait a minute. So if you don't have anything listed up here, like per se, let's see here. Let's get all this stuff out of here. Command center, get that out of here. So if you say, for instance, if you have a blank screen and you have stuff left over from your other computer, so here's what you guys can do. You just come down here. Let's get this message out of here. So I'm going to click here, type in 2 letters, V as in Victor, I as in India, and it's going to pop up your virus and threat protection. So what you're going to do is click on this here. And you're going to come down here to quick scan. Click on that. Again, this is an estimated time configuration here, so that's not exactly the proper term. So as that's running, I'm going to go ahead and clear out my spam notifications. Because I get those quite a bit. So as this is running, guys, you definitely want to let this right here, you definitely want to let this complete. And you'll see a pop-up connection. You'll see a pop-up notification right here at the bottom. As soon as this is done here, it'll pop up right here. And say, for instance, now, as I'm explaining everything to you guys again, and for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm actually doing a virus and threat protection. So at the end of this scan here, it'll pop up and say no new threats are found. That's common. So if it pops up to where it's saying no new threats are found, that's good, guys, because that indicates that your computer does not have any type of viruses. But if it does, it gives you the option to resolve them. Go ahead and resolve that, and that virus is going to be completely dead by the time it's all said and done. So your Windows operating system will in fact remove that virus directly from your computer and also from your hard drive. So there will be no trace left of that virus at all. So heads up there. Once all that's said and done, you're good to go. Your PC will be clean of all viruses. But again, if you have any type of virus that prevents you from getting into your home screen, again, press and hold down your left shift key and restart your computer. So you can do that without even having to go into your settings. So right now we're at the halfway point, guys. So I'm going to continue to let this do its thing. Okay, there's the notification. Now I'm going to pretend as if I'm doing something else and I missed this notification. I'm going to show you guys exactly again how to retrieve a missed notification. So first thing you're going to want to do is bring this guy down to the far right hand side of your screen. Click on this little message note here. Look here, guys. There it is. Windows Defender scan results. Microsoft Defender antivirus scanned your device at 8:53 p.m. on March 13, 2025. No new threats were found. Now, if you want to get rid of that, you can use your mouse to swipe over. This, like I said, guys, my computer is in fact a touchscreen, so I can opt out of there, opt out of here, go back to my main home screen. If you have a touchscreen computer, fantastic. It works wonders with that. But if you have one that's not a touchscreen, you can tap your screen and it's not moving anywhere. That's what these are good for. Go up to the left side of you go up to the right side of your screen and hit, you press down the LMB, which is your right, which is basically your left mouse button. LMB is your left mouse button. So your right mouse button is known as your RMB, and you also have your wheel. You can also use, but none of that has anything to do with opening or closing programs. You're not going to be able to just use you're not going to be able to use that to close out files. So you're going to have to use the left mouse button to click that to close it out. Just saying, guys. But you can also use a mouse to plug into your laptop as well. And you could probably use that as a separate entity because your computer is actually designed for that. So anything that's USB compatible, you can plug that into the side of your device there and charge everything up. And I've also done some things for iOS as well. So if you guys would like to take a look at that video, it's one of my older ones. It's how to fix grayed out apps on iOS. That's a really good one. Everything is straightforward. It tells you exactly what's what. And the best part is you don't even have to go into your settings to do that. So if you have a PC and an iPhone, and say you have an Android, you got 3 specific types of operating systems. You got WOS, which is Windows operating system. You got iOS, which is for iPhone's operating system. And you also have AOS, which is for Android's operating system. So there's multiple different computer things that you got stationary. You got stationary, which would be like per se your thermostat. You've got portable, which is what I'm wearing here, and you also have one that obviously plugs in. And in case you guys are wondering what I'm streaming in right now, I'm actually streaming in 4K, 1080p high definition. But down the road, I'm actually thinking about getting a better camera to where I can actually try to up that to 8K. But right now, I'm not going to be too concerned about that at this time. So, and as I've told you guys before, pretty soon I am going to be doing a PC rebuild. So, and right now with the computer that I'm on streaming at, I'm actually running the RTX are running the GeForce RTX 3070, which I'm basically going to up that to the GeForce RTX 6090. So I'm going to have to upgrade my GPU, my CPU, probably even my codec system. I'm probably going to try to upgrade that to a level 4 and also try to upgrade my hard drive from a 16 from almost a 1 terabyte. I'm going to basically bump it up to a 2 terabyte hard drive. I'm also going to basically redo my power supply. I'm also going to be doing my cooling system, liquid cooling. I'm going to upgrade that. And there's going to be quite a few things I'm also going to be upgrading. If I can upgrade my I/O sensors and stuff like that, I'll be upgrading those, and Wi-Fi connections. I'm basically going to be taking my whole entire computer apart and upgrading everything. So I'm going to pull up the codec system on my I'm going to pull it up on iOS. And hopefully it pulls up the right thing. Performance HP X. In case you guys are wondering what graphics unit I'm running the 3070 right now, which I'm basically looking to up it to the 6090. So I'm going to go to images. Oh, excuse me, guys. I was not expecting that. But this would be the system right here that I'll be upgrading to. I will be upgrading mine to the level 4. But by the time that's all said and done, right now the only thing I'm looking at is the cost of everything that I'm going to need to upgrade my whole entire computer from what I have now to a better, more running system. So hopefully by the time this is all said and done, I will be having a better system, and performance-wise, hopefully that'll improve dramatically. So only time will tell. I don't know. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you think this is a good idea or if it's a bad idea, let me know in the comments. So this is something that I'm planning on doing probably here, hopefully in the near future. And hopefully prices do in fact come down. Because I'm not going to do all this with inflated prices. So I'm not only going to be doing a PC rebuild on this, but I'm also going to be doing a PC rebuild on this. So there's going to be two separate PC rebuilds. I'm not going to be doing those on camera, guys. So if you're looking for me to do something like that on camera, I'm going to have to keep my attention focused on everything that I'm doing. So I'm not going to be able to pay attention to this and keep my eyes on the chats at the same time. So hopefully I can get everything that I need to start my rebuild. And for all my old excess or for all my older parts, I'm going to take those apart, clean them, and then put them back together. Set those off to the side, box those up, and store those away somewhere. So hopefully I don't have to go back and reprogram my whole entire computer, but if I got to do that, then I'll do that as well. I'll be checking out some YouTube videos, stuff like that on what to do, how to get things done correctly, and go from there. So that's, like I said, that's probably going to be set off for a later date, guys. And like I said, I'm not going to be doing this on camera, so I'll need to pay attention to everything that I'm doing. So therefore, I don't destroy anything specifically. That's very important. So anyway, I digress. But if I were to do something like this, I would probably film this and upload it to my YouTube channel. But I will not be live during the time that I'm actually doing something like that. So again, let me know what your thoughts are. If you guys think this is a good idea or if this is a bad idea, let me know in the comments. But just to let y'all know, I did in fact go to school for computers. Mostly software, stuff like that. That's not exactly the class I wanted to get myself involved in. So I was actually wanting to go into a class to be able to fix, repair, and do all types of good things with computers. So in case you guys don't know, that's proof of credentials right there. I did in fact go to school for this. So those are my credentials. So just to kind of give you heads up on that. And you're probably wondering, gee, what the hell happened to this guy? Gray hairs was all time. Time brings wisdom, and I look at gray hairs as a form of wisdom. So anyway, it is what it is, guys. But I am definitely looking forward to doing my PC rebuild. So hopefully my system will run a lot faster, run a lot smoother, and so forth. I am going to be upgrading my GPU, my CPU, my hard drives, and my codec system, and all my I/O sensors inside of my tower. I'm probably going to see about replacing all my all my RGB lighting with something a little bit. Well, actually, yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and do all my RGB lighting and stuff like that as well. So I might as well just do all that at one time and go from there. I was actually thinking about doing it separately, but I don't know. I'll probably start with something like that first. I do have a full teardown video of how to basically remove this, remove that, add, replace this, replace that. So again, guys, I think this is going to be something very interesting. So by the time I get my computer rebuilt, I can actually look at you guys and say, hey, this is what I did. So if you guys are looking to get a computer rebuilt and stuff like that, depending on the computer, I will definitely be looking forward to uploading that to my YouTube channel. So I will be probably editing short clips and stuff like that. I may do a series on that. I don't know yet. Or I may just do the whole thing all at one time and just upload the video offline. I really haven't decided how I'm going to do this yet. But again, guys, if you want to see this for yourself, let me know in the comment section, or feel free to jump into the chats and let me know here. With that being said, guys, I am going to be on here for just a little bit longer. And after this, I will be signing off here soon. So again, if you guys have questions, comments, concerns about anything specifically that I just mentioned, let me know in the chats or let me know in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll go from there. So either way, feel free to let me know, and we'll definitely go from there. So again, or I could just probably use the same hard drive, take it apart, and make it a 2 terabyte. So all I got to do is all I got to do is take out the disk, put in 2 terabyte, and run everything specifically. And I'm definitely going to be watching where I put everything, guys, because your power supply is actually connected by a 16 power connect. Some of them could be 16, some could be 22, but it just depends on the computer. If it's a newer computer, then you got the 16-pin power connect on the back that connects right into the motherboard. And I'm not exactly sure if I have, not sure what type of motherboard I'm running, but I am definitely going to be looking into that real soon, and hopefully I'll get everything up and going. And hopefully this will be very successful, because I'm basically going to be teaching myself how to do all of this. And I'm basically going to be learning how to do all this as I'm doing it. So all I'd have to do is all I got to do is get one piece, look at it, follow the cord all the way down to the very end, make sure that I have the exact same piece that's got the exact same part, connect that in, and hook everything all back up. We're good to go. So again, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you guys think that this should be a really good idea or a very bad idea, either way, let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll go from there. But I will be doing a bunch of other things on here as well. So it's just not going to be the same old boring thing over repetitively. And if you guys, like I said, if you do have questions about something, either way, let me know, and hopefully I can answer your questions to satisfactory. But if you guys happen to ask me a question that I don't specifically know an answer to, I'm not going to give you an answer I think you want to hear. I am going to take the time to look that up and try to find the best, what I believe would be the best answer possible, and I'll let you guys know either way. So I don't believe in giving anybody some information I think that I would think that they would want to hear. I am basically the type of person, if you have a question for me, I'm going to try to come back at you with a fair enough question, hopefully enough to satisfy that question that you had for me or satisfy that curiosity. So therefore, I can actually start doing better. I can start doing a lot better here on the channel, guys. So hopefully, by the time this is all said and done, I'm looking forward to growing my channel. If you guys are not yet subscribed to my content, be sure to subscribe for more, if I can even say it, guys. Mistakes were made. But anyway, be sure to subscribe for more content. Be sure to turn on all your bell notifications. If you're not yet already subscribed to my channel as we speak, go ahead and get subscribed for more. Be sure to turn the bell notifications so therefore you won't miss any news or any updates or anything specifically like that during the time of this recording. I definitely do want to thank each and every single one of you for being a part of the channel, and for all my subscribers. Huge shout out to each and every single one of you. And for those of you who are new and just subscribed, I definitely do want to thank you guys for being a part of the channel. Also, big shout out to you guys as well. So, just stay tuned for more content, guys, because there's a lot more coming this way. And I'm also going to be doing more gaming information coming up. I'm going to start back on that again this coming Thursday. So I'm going to be looking back into some of the new game releases also, and hopefully go from there. But as I always say, guys, I know I'm probably about 10 minutes early from this, but anyway, I definitely want to thank you, each and every single one of you, for being part of the channel. I definitely do appreciate everybody for being here as well. If you guys have anything else that you would like to add, please feel free to do so. But anyway, I definitely do want to thank you guys for coming to hang out with me tonight here on the channel. And as always, be safe, stay safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. And it's not all about me, guys. It's all about you guys, the viewers. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.